Hello and welcome to episode 90 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series. This episode is going to be on making a set of studded leather armour. Now we know we can fight bulls, cows and roosters with cloth armour, and we know being partially clad in leather armour is not a good idea when it comes to facing a black dragon. But what about studded leather armour? Well, it weighs slightly more than leather armour, and we will walk slightly slower than leather armour, but at the same time we will have slightly better protection than leather armour. Now, as you will hopefully always be fighting from a mount, whether that be a horse, cow, cart or wagon, that eliminates the weight and walking speed restrictions. And also though, when fighting, remember the height advantage is also very important. So that leaves us just with better protection. So in conclusion, it's all good. A win-win situation with regards to armour. We just won't face a dragon in it. Well, we will wait for the plate episode before we do that. But my friends, it will be a good one. Okay, enough waffle. Let's get to work and make a set of studded leather armour. Now, to make studded leather armour, let's close some of these windows so it don't look so messy. Oops, let's bring that up. Okay, so to make studded leather armour, we'll be using the leather working skill and also the blacksmithing skill. So we will need to start by making some rivets, because we will need to join the rivets to the leather. Now, to make rivets we will need a small anvil and we will need an iron lump. Notice I've got a nice big lump to use, so there we go. Let's grab both of them. Right, we will use the crafting window, as it does make life much easier. The only trouble is oh, there it is. Let's bring it back up. Okay, and we're going to make rivets. So there we go, I've typed in rivets, and we're going to be making iron rivets. So let's add that to the crafting window. I've got the materials, so we just select rivets and let's just create some. You can see that they are 0.20 in weight. So to make the studded leather armour we will need to combine the rivets. Okay, now if I come up here to the cauldron, you'll see that I've already made some, because you know I don't like wasting your time. I may waffle a lot, but I don't like wasting your time. So what we'll do, let's combine the 36 rivets together. Okay, now we've got a respectable 7.20, which we're going to need. For now, what we will do is I will drop that lump back in the forge, and I will drop all of these really low quality lumps into this bin. There we go. Right, okay, so we have ourselves now a bundle of rivets all put together, and that's what you need to do, combine them together, because otherwise you'll keep getting the message there isn't enough weight or material to do this. So there we go, that hopefully saves you a bit of pain. So we have the rivets. Now what we need is some leather armour. Well, I've already done an episode on making it, so I'm not going to make it again. Instead, I prepared a load for us to use. And this time, rather than making a partially full set of armour, I'm going to make a full set of armour, because who knows, maybe we'll be up against a dragon again in the future. But all joking aside, I'll be in plate, don't you worry about that. The gamester learns his lesson, that's for sure. May take a few deaths, or many deaths, but he gets there in the end. That's the only thing that's important. Right, okay, so here we are. We've got rivets, we've got a full set of leather armour. Let's now make some studded leather armour. Again, we will use the crafting window. And I'll type in Well, that's all I'll need to do. Type in STU and that gets you. Right, okay. Now, what I will do is we will start with the boots and just simply work our way down. Probably the leather gloves the easiest to make, but I'll just start at the top because we are going to do the full set anyway. So I will add the boots to the crafting window, and we only want 2 boots, not 4, so let's click create. Notice it's a 79% chance. It's going to use leather working, so at 40 leather working you're looking at a very good probability of low failures, we hope. Let's see. So let's create. Okay, there's one. Oh, must have failed on that second attempt. Oh no, wait a minute, what am I talking about? Let's bring up the window because I can't really see what's going on. Okay, so after creating, you start to create a leather boot. Leather boot? Studded leather boot. Okay, well it's just the wording. How peculiar though, I've still got 2 leather boots. This is totally confusing me, but never mind, that's my normal state of mind. Anyway, let's do another one, shall we? No, this is not an episode on how incompetent I can be, it just catches me out. Wurm does, as you know, it likes to slap me down. Right, let's create the second boot. And let's see if the same thing will happen. Oh, well that time it used a boot, but the other time it couldn't have, unless I had 3. I'm so confused at this point, I better just proceed with the rest of the armour set. Okay, so we've got 2 studded leather boots. Let's now do the cap. And let's check it is, yeah. Let's create. 84%, so it's easier to make. There we go, we now have a cap. Let's do our gloves. 79, so the cap is easier than the boots and the gloves, and the gloves and the boots are about the same difficulty. Okay, so we want 2 gloves. Let's create. Well, it didn't use a glove that time, so oh, I know what it must be doing. It must be taking them off my body. Yeah, it's stripping them off my body. Oh well, there we go. I'm going to have a new set of armour in a minute. Okay, so we've got 1 glove. I bet that had you all confused. Anyway, those of you out there watching, wondering why it's not using up the components, I thought I'd put you and me out of our miseries. Right, let's create another one. Excuse me. And we only want 1, so let's create. Notice it uses how much it's been using so far. Obviously when we get to the jacket, the pants and the sleeves, you will notice the lump of our rivets uses a bigger chunk. And I believe for the leather jacket, for example, it will use 0.70. For the sleeves and pants, let's just have a quick look and tell you, because I do like the this to be as much information as possible. Okay, for the sleeves it will use 0.40 kilograms, and for the pants it will use 1.20 kilograms. Well, that don't make a lot of sense. It uses 0.90 kilograms for the jacket, but 1.20 kilogram for the pants. Oh well, I guess we must have a bigger bottom than we have a top. Well, I'll let you work that out. Anyway, there we go, that's that. Right, carrying on. Else I risk drifting into a waffle mania. Right, okay, so do we have 2 gloves yet? No, we still have 1, so let's create. Right, we now have 2 gloves, 2 boots, a cap. Let's proceed to make our jacket. Okay, now that's taken a big drop in difficulty, 46%. And for each failure, I'm guessing it's going to be taking a big bite out of our lump of rivets. But let's see. So let's create. We're not too hopeful here. Yeah, as I expected. Now, did we lose a lot? I think we lost 40. Let's try again. It's a good job I made a load of rivets, that's for sure. No, it's not using... Ah, okay, yeah, so it took the 90 chunk out, but we have ourselves a jacket. Right, let's make the pants, trousers. I mean, for goodness sake, if they were pants, I'd be in my underpants, and surely that wouldn't be something you'd want to see. But anyway, let's make the leather pants. At least the difficulty's not as hard. So, let's create. Right, okay, we've covered up our modesty. Let's now make some sleeves. And we will be requiring 2 sleeves, so let's set that to 2. And 84%, so it looks like the jacket was the hardest one, but we've been there, seen it and done it. Right, okay, so we want 1 more sleeve. Let's grab a sleeve, put that to 1 and create. Okay, we now have a full set of studded armour. And better still, we've even got some rivet left. So what I will do is I will leave the rivets in the 20 quality bin for others to use if they wish. Okay, there's the 20. Let's open that up. Let's drop the rivets in there. Okay, let's now don our new set of armour. We got a little bit of leather working, but the higher you get a skill, the slower it's going to get. And I tell you something, I'm going to go into a frenzy at some point with cloth tailoring and leather working. I'm going to jump them up a bit. I've been slacking, as Rainstorm would say. But anyway, let's show you my new set of armour, shall we? So let's unequip this glove. And what else do I need to unequip? No, that's all. Okay, so let's turn that on and let's see what we look like. Can't be no worse, can only get better. Right, I wonder if I just, yep, let's equip them both. And the cap, and the gloves, and the jacket. Yes, I'm going to imp it up. Don't start having a go at me, for goodness sake. I can't make you sit there and watch me imp up for the next 2 or 3 hours, although it won't take that long. And lastly, the sleeves. Okay, there we are. That's what a full set. It looks quite cool if you ask me, personally. I obviously, though, need to work on the quality levels. What am I going to get the quality level to? Oh, come on, you should know by now. A good round figure for a good bit of protection is the magic number 50. I'm going to get my studded leather armour to quality level 50. When? I'm not sure, but that is my mission with my newfound set of studded leather armour. At least until I get to the chain. But studded leather will do me for now. Right, okay, so I just want to finish this episode by reading just a tiny little bit of what it says on Wurmpedia with regards to studded leather armour. Okay, this is the wonderful Wurmpedia. Studded leather armour generally provides a moderate amount of base defence, with similar penalties as leather armour. Studded leather armour represents a good common ground between speed and reasonable defence, though still less base defence than plate provides. Well, anyone who doesn't have plate as a brain is going to realise that. A full studded leather set weighs 4.9 kilograms and will slow you to 14.77 kilometers per hour on cobblestone when worn. Well, we've already talked about the fact that we aren't going to be fighting from the ground, because that's a recipe for disaster. We are always going to fight from our mounts, because you know much better, because you've watched some of my episodes, as luck would have it. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this episode on studded leather armour. Goodbye.